What's going on YouTube? Welcome to the channel. It is your boy Raph the Trader back again with another video for you guys, man. Hey, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to drop another video. It's gonna be this video is gonna be a GBP USD weekly breakdown on some trades that I've taken. And just to remind you guys that if you are new to the channel, hit that like button if you like the video. If you enjoyed the video, you know what I mean, I greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button. And also hit that subscribe button, man. If you rocking with your boy, you know what I mean, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification for every time you know that I drop a video. I know I don't drop videos that much, but you know, I've really just been in these markets, man, and really just trying to grind and learn and really get this skill set down pat. Now the trades that I've taken this week, I did take these trades in demo because I've been going back and forth with my broker about trying to get my Islamic account approved, because as a Muslim, you know, I don't deal with any interest. So had been this been going on since like December. They want all kind of paperwork and, you know, all these documents or whatever to prove that you follow the faith. And you know, I was supposed to have been starting trading in my live account, man, in this first week of January. But you know, it's all good. You know, God works things out in ways that, you know, we don't know. So but with that being said, I just want to go over these trades that I've taken this week in a demo account. You know, just continue to get my reps up. And you know, some of these trades I called out in a Telegram group that I'm a part of. And you know, a lot of people want to know, like, how did I know this trade was going to do this, or why did I get in there? What was the confirmations? You know, so because I've been doing a lot of studying, you know what I mean, over these going on almost 2 years now of trading. And you know, I've just invested a lot of time and, you know, tried all the indicators, tried this and tried those, and I finally found something that really works for me. And I just started really understanding the market. And like you know, just everything in this market is based off structure, man. You know, man. So it's just like you building a house. You need that foundation. It has to be structurally, you know what I mean, structurally sound before anything can happen. And that's what I've really been, you know, noticing with the market. So with that being said, I'm gonna get into this video and show you guys these trades, and you know, just show you guys what it is that I do. And if you have been following me, you do know I trade off of psychological levels, whole even numbers, quarter theories, however you want to call them. So basically what I do, you know, like I trade GBP USD. So I will mark up my zones. Just say for instance, from 136,000. All right, then my next zone will be like 136,250, 136,500, 136,750. So all my zones are 25 pips. All right, so I just know off rip already that each one of my zones is 25 pips. There's no, okay, I don't have enough pips in this zone, or I don't have enough pips in that zone. My zones are 25 pips, point blank, period. And my goal is 10 pips a day. All right, 50 pips a week. That is it. Once I get that, then I'm done trading. You know, because for me, I'm trying to do this thing long term, man. I'm ready to get off the 9 to 5, but I'm not gonna push it. I'm just gonna be patient. I'm just gonna execute my trading plan. All right. So with that being said, what I like to do when I get into the market, all right, and I like to use my MetaTrader 4 too. So I'm gonna use TradingView today, but what I like to do is I like to find the high, the low, and 50% of last week move. Okay. So on my MT4, there's actually an indicator, you know what I mean, that automatically does this for me. So on my MT4, I don't have to do anything to my chart. All right. I don't have to come do no support and resistance. I have everything already marked up. So all I'm doing is just waiting on a break and a retest of wherever price is at near my support or my resistance. That is it. And I love it doing it that way because there's other things that I like to do. I don't really have too much time to come and try to find support and resistance. And also I like to use these levels is because, you know, banks like to trade at whole even numbers. All right. So that's just, and it works for me. You know what I mean? To each his own. I love it. I back tested it and it works. All right. But to get into this video and this weekly breakdown, like I say, I like to find the high, which is this purple line of last week, this red line, pink line, whatever color you want to call it. This is 50% of last week's move. And this other purple line here, which you see over in the corner, last week's low. All right. So basically by doing this, I actually got this from my mentor that I had when I was when I was in this mentorship. He actually like told us about this kind of like at the end, you know what I mean? Once you get a little bit more advanced or whatever. And I stopped using it, but then I started back using it, and it actually give me some type of direction in which way the market is going to go. Not saying that the market is always going to go there 100% of the time, but it gives me some type of indication on how the market is going to flow. All right. So as you can see, when the market was above that 50%, you know what I mean, from last week. All right. So as you can see, when the market opened up here from Friday, you know, if you go to the 4-hour chart, GBP USD is in a bullish trend. All right. So we're trending up. And as you can see from Friday, we made this nice up. It made this nice bullish move here. All right. So when and we came down and we closed below this low of this bullish move. So with this move right here, this candle right here, we had a break of structure because we broke this low. All right. So this was a break of structure. All right. So if you know anything about break of structure, then you know what I'm talking about. So for me, and from what I've been studying, what I've learned, all right. So when this move here happened, when it broke this here low, all right, because this low right here this was the last low before this highest point. This was the highest point. This was the last bearish candle before this highest point. All right. So typically, you know what I mean, what you can do, you know what I mean, you can draw a box around this. And I will just show you guys because everything is visual. So take it from that wick to the body, put a box around it. All right. Now all you're doing is you're waiting for that break and retest. All right. So that's all you're doing. But if you don't know that, then you know what I mean, don't worry about it. But so essentially, we was in accumulation during the Asian session, and we're accumulating inside of my zone because this is my zone, you guys. This aqua blue line and this dotted line, this red dotted line. This is my zone. All right. This high is just inside of my zone. All right. So this is last week's high. So this is essentially my zone. So right now we're accumulating inside of that zone. All right. But like I just said, we had a break of structure of this uptrend move. So I'm looking for price to return back into this candle and give me a move. All right. So what I seen was when price was accumulating, we shot up to this high, we rejected it high, and we rejected this 000 level. We rejected my resistance. All right. So we also rejected over here because you got to remember support and resistance is not just a line, it is a zone. All right. So we had rejection, came back. We got this nice bearish engulfing candle because this candle engulfed this previous candle. All right. So typically this is my confirmation, you guys. A bearish engulfing, tweezer top, tweezer bottom, you know what I mean? Morning star, evening star. Those are my confirmation to enter into trades. So even though we're inside of this accumulation, I'm just showing you guys my entry, but I'm gonna give you guys another entry, okay? Got this bearish engulfing. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections, letting me know, okay, this is a strong level of resistance. We're not breaking above here, okay? So we got this bearish engulfing, boom, all right? Graph, that's confirmation to end of the trade for me. Even though I'm inside of this accumulation, but for me, that's confirmation, all right? So now what do I do from this point once I got confirmation? With GBP USD, I know it likes to pull back at least 50% of that previous candle, all right? So what do? I wait until the candle pulls back, and once it starts going back into the direction that I'm looking to take the trade in, I take an entry, okay? So you see, once this candle pulled back, and as it started coming back down, I took an entry, all right? And my stop loss is based off structure. So my stop loss is here, All right, so my entry was up in here somewhere, and I'm just trading zone to zone. And like I told you guys, I get 10 pips, and then I like to just secure, I trail and stop it from that point. All right. So as you can see, price just continued to come down. It cleared the zones. Like I told you guys, each zone is 25 pips. Okay. But now if you are somebody who's waiting until, you want to get that breakout, because we are accumulating. And essentially, that's what traders, as traders, that's what we do. We box this stuff in and we wait for the breakout. So essentially, you're waiting on price to break this low. All right. And you're just waiting to get into your zone. All right. So as you can see, price came with this nice engulfing candle here. Nice engulfing candle, closed inside the zone. Next candlestick open up, gives you that pullback or that retracement. And as it starts coming back down, you can enter in off of the pullback. And you got your 25 pips or more. All right. And that was the move that I took. All right. And then coming into Tuesday, price got to this lowest point. Price shot back up gave us a nice little bullish move at the end of New York session. Later on throughout the day, we came with this nice bullish move, and you just waiting on the break and retest. That's it, you guys. So as price came up, closed above the zone, now you're just waiting on the pullback. All right. Because I trade London session. So none of this right here is concerning me right now. You know what I mean? I trade London session. So as price came, it gave you this nice pullback, and it did not come back and really touch it did not come back and touch the resistance. All right. The support did not come back and touch the support. So once price got to this point and started pulling back, I typically like to pull out my fib too to see how far it's going to actually pull back. All right. And so it's going to give me a fib retracement, or it's going to pull back to my resistance, and I just wait. I just wait on my confirmation. But from this point though, price came back into that like people like to say it, that golden zone, so it came back in between that in my fib levels, you guys, are based off a whole even number. So my percentage is gonna be a little different from yours. Okay, so mine, like I have mine marked up at 87.5, 75 point 75.5, 62.5, and 50%. Okay, so that's how I have mine marked up, because my support and resistance are based off whole even numbers. Like I told you guys, 000s, 250s, 750s, and 500s. All right. So as price came back into that golden zone area, all right, gave me this nice engulfing candle. Next candlestick opened up. We wait on the pullback, and as price started going back in our direction, we take the entry, and this was about a 25, 28 pip move. And I mean, I got in somewhere like round up in here, and yeah, 28 pips. There you have it. Now, if you did not catch this move during London session, and you trade the NY session, this was your move right here, the pullback. And when you're getting in, and one thing about the pullback, because I told you guys on the 4-hour, we're in a bullish trend. When you're getting in on the pullback, you want to get in on that pullback early, because that thing will reverse back on you. Okay. So if you're somebody that read candlesticks, as you can see, when price came up here and it stopped, then your next candlestick came up here and it stopped again. So now it gave me 2 equal highs. So this right here is a tweezer bottom. This is a confirmation pattern. This is a tweezer top. Gave you this tweezer top. Next candlestick open up. You wait on that pullback, man, and you got 1, 2, 3 rejections. As this candle is coming down, you can take an entry on it. All right. But if you do not understand candlestick patterns, this was your trade. You wait on that break and retest structure like you do. All right. So this is my zone. Like I told you guys, the aqua blue line here, the 36,000. So this price closed below that line, and price also closed below that weekly. All right. So that's double confirmation right there. Closed below the 000, closed below that resistance. All right. And it closed below that weekly. Next candlestick opened up, gave you a retracement. As price starts to come down, you take the retracement, you get in on on that pullback, and you just take it to that next zone to that next support. And my support is right here. All right. So then I'm out the trade. All right. I'm getting out the trade because this right here is just a pullback from this move. All right. So, you know what I mean? This was another move you could have caught if you wanted to catch the retracement. But then here was the real move. All right. So as price got to this 750 level, and what I noticed about the 750 level, price likes to stall out. All right. And give rejections at this level. Right. This is why I kind of have this level marked up red. All right. It likes to stall out. So, and like I say, you waiting on a break and retest. If you do not get a close inside your zone, retest and some confirmation to show you that the trade is going to continue coming down, you do not take a sell. You wait. All right. So, and as you can see, price is rejecting, rejection. All right. Price finally closed above, came back, gave you a nice little pullback here, gave you this engulfing candle. Now, if you drop down to the 15-minute time frame, you know what I mean, you'll probably get in early on this candlestick right here, because this is a 30-minute candlestick, so you probably get in a little early on this candlestick. So once price started coming back up, you know what I mean, if you wanted to, once price broke above this wick of this candle, you could have took an entry, or you know what I mean, you could have just waited till you got this full candle with this engulfing and take your entry on this next candlestick. All right, then you just take it to that next resistance. All right, and as you can see, price continued to go. So if your entry was here, let's see how many pips you got. Take it to the next resistance, and we already know my zones are 25 pips. That's a 31 pip move. All right. So, but this was my trade here. All right, this was my trade because I trade New York, London session. So this was my trade. All right, I'm done. And now coming into the next. So now we done broke above that high, you guys, as you can see. So as we broke above that high, so now I'm expecting price to create a new high. All right. So now coming into the next day, what do we have? You have the same thing. All right. Price closes above during the Asian session. All right. And I've told you guys I'm a London session trader. And price closes above, comes back, give you a nice little retest. And this right here was the confirmation for me. Tweeze bottom. Entry is here. All right. And we just ride it from zone to zone. And what I've noticed that when price leaves 1,000 level, it's going to the next level. All right. So from this level, from this 000 level, from 1.36000 to 1.37000 is 100 pips. So if you're somebody who's a swing trader, you took this trade down here and you just held it, I mean, you got you over 100 pips. All right. So, but this was my trade here. I took it and I actually called this trade out in this Telegram that I'm in. I actually said that GBP USD is going to go to 137,000. All right. So that was the move. And going into the next day. All right. Same setup, you guys. Same setup, as you can see. During Asian session, price continued because we did close below our support here. So we closed below support right here. Now you just waiting on the break and retest, you guys. That's all I'm doing. I'm waiting on break and retest. So as you can see, price came, closed above, came back, gave a nice little pullback, even though it didn't come all the way back to this, didn't always come all the way back to the support. But look at here, it gave me this engulfing candle. This candle engulfed this candle. So this was my entry here. This was the entry. And this was about, I think, like 30 pips. Let's see. Yep. Yep. That's about 30 pips. About 30 some pips. That's it. All right. That was my entry. Okay. And of course, as you can see, you still was in that uptrend. Now, if you did not catch this move, now look what price did. Now price created this low and created this high. So now you take your fib from the low to the high. Now you just wait on the retracement. Price come all the way back down, give you a 75% retracement. You got equal lows here. All right, towards the bottom, here's your entry. This was another like 30 some pips. All right, it was an entry. There was another entry right there. Now, next day, what do we have? Now, this is what we had the next day for the entry. All right. So as you can see, with this move right here, we was in an uptrend. All right. With this move right here, all right, we've had a break of structure. Price broke all these previous lows, So when price breaks 2 or more previous lows, that's when I use my fib to see what type of retracement I'm gonna get. All right. So I take my fib from that high to that low. And now I just wait on the retracement. All right, wait on the retracement. So now I'm just waiting on the retracement because I'm waiting on the retracement because we had a break of structure. So now we're in a down. Price started making lower lows and lower highs within an uptrend. But then we came back here during Asian session and we started making higher highs and higher lows, all right, within a downtrend. And everybody knows, if you don't know, what when you make higher highs and higher lows within is a downtrend, that's a divergence. Okay. You know what I mean? That's divergence. So divergent mean different. All right. So now what I'm doing, I'm waiting on the sell because I have a divergent. Price is going to drop. Okay. Price is going to drop. So if you're making lower highs and lower lows within an uptrend, is it lower highs? No, if you're making higher, if you're making higher highs and higher lows, am I saying? I think I'm saying that backwards, man. So if you're in a downtrend and you're making higher highs and higher lows, it's divergence. So if you're in an uptrend and you're making lower lows and lower highs, then that's a divergence. All right, you got it all mixed up. But as you can see, we had this break of structure, and if you guys really don't know what your lows and your highs are, you can always just switch to the line chart, man, and you'll see the moves inside of the chart on the line chart. All right. But with this move right here, we had a break of structure. We had a break of this uptrend structure because this move right here traded below this low, and this low. They closed below those lows. Okay. So that's a break of structure. It closed below those lows. So now, like I said, once price closed below those lows, I take my fib from that high to that low to see what type of percentage fib retracement that I'm going to get. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. So even though you still, when you had this uptrend move here, like somebody could have caught this buy right here. You know what I mean? You could have caught, this was a nice little small little buy, but the sell was the real move. All right. So you had a break of structure, you got a divergent, just wait on the sell. So as you guys can see here, price came all the way back, gave us this 75% retracement. And look, we rejected, came all the way up to the 87.5, rejected, but we never closed above the 75%. Never closed above the 75%. All right. Gave you a nice engulfing candle right here. Confirmation to enter into the trade. That's for me. All right. I don't know what your confirmations are, but that's confirmation to enter into the trade for me. And as like I say, next candlestick open up, we wait on that pullback, see how far it pulled back. All right. And then we take our entry. And I told you guys 10 pips a day, 50 pips a week. All right. So entry somewhere around up in here. And we just riding it out. And for me, like I kind of knew where this trade was going to go. All right. I kind of knew where it was, how far we was going to go, because if you look over here, you had this clean candle over here. So that's exactly where we was heading. All right. But you get your goal and you get out. But that was a 70 some pip move. And then I was just doing this in demo to keep my reps up. Like I told you guys earlier, till my account got approved. And, you know, I just held the trade because I'm practicing also holding trades as well. All right. Trying to get the most that I can get up out of the trade. Okay, but that was it, you guys. Those were the trades that I've taken for this week, and as you can see, it was all profitable. You know, I'm just waiting on my setup that I know best. That's all I'm doing, waiting on that, and that is it. Those are the things that I look for. If you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed this breakdown, like I say, give me a thumbs up, and see you guys next week. Peace.